They said it would collapse in the 90s. Didn't happen. 2000s. Still here. After every missile test, every sanction, every famine, still standing. North Korea, the most isolated country on Earth, banned from global trade, economy smaller than Ethiopia's. And somehow, it survives. Not just survives. Builds nukes, fires missiles, feeds a million-man army, while its people starve. How? How does a country with nothing outlast everyone's predictions? Because the answer isn't what they tell you, and it's why North Korea will never fall. No matter what we do, Kim Il-sung dies, the founder, the God King. Experts say the regime collapses now. It doesn't. His son takes over. Then the famine hits. 3 million people starve, maybe more. The economy implodes. Factories shut down. People eating tree bark. Now it collapses, right? Wrong. Kim Jong Un dies. His son takes over. Kim Jong Un, 27 years old, educated in Switzerland, soft. The military will never accept him. This is it, the end. Except it's not. He consolidates power in months, executes rivals, his own uncle, builds more nukes, tests more missiles, gets stronger. So what's keeping this place alive? Everyone says China. China props them up, sends food, oil, money. And that's partly true. But here's what they don't tell you. China doesn't want North Korea to succeed. They want it to survive. Big difference. Because if North Korea collapses, what happens? Millions of refugees flood China. Chaos. And worse, reunification. A unified Korea. Democratic. Allied with America. U.S. troops on China's border, that's China's nightmare. So they keep North Korea alive, but weak. Just enough food to prevent collapse. Just enough fuel to keep the lights on. Never enough to be independent. It's not charity, it's strategy. North Korea is a buffer, a human shield, and China will never let it fall. But wait, that's not the whole story. Because North Korea isn't just surviving on handouts. They're making money, lots of it, in the shadows. First, weapons. North Korea sells missiles to anyone. Syria, Iran, Myanmar, rebel groups, terrorists, cash only, billions of dollars. Second, cybercrime. North Korean hackers are world-class. 2016, they steal $81 million from Bangladesh's central bank. 2017, WannaCry ransomware, hospitals, businesses, governments worldwide, all North Korea, hundreds of millions a year. Third, drugs. North Korea manufactures meth, industrial scale, state-run labs, diplomats smuggling it in embassy bags. It's not crime, it's government policy. Fourth, counterfeit money. Fake US dollars so good they're called super notes. Fake cigarettes, fake pharmaceuticals. Flooding Asian markets. Fifth, slave labor. North Korea sends workers to Russia, China, Middle East. The regime takes 90% of their wages. Tens of thousands of workers. Hundreds of millions in revenue. So they're not just surviving. They're running a criminal empire, and sanctions can't touch it. Because they operate through shell companies, corrupt officials, front organizations. The money flows in. The regime stays alive. But there's something bigger. Something more important than money. Control. Because North Korea doesn't need a functioning economy. It needs obedience, and they've built the most brutal control system on Earth. Here's how. No internet. No foreign media. No outside news. Everything you see is state propaganda, from birth to death. You don't know the outside world exists. Not really. You think North Korea is normal, because you have nothing to compare it to. Then there's songbun, a social caste system, everyone classified at birth, based on your family's loyalty. Your grandfather fought for Kim Il-sung? You're elite. Your grandfather owned land? You're dirt. Forever. You can never change it. Songbun determines everything. Where you live, what job you get, how much food you receive, It's not communism, it's feudalism with technology. And it gets worse. Collective punishment. If you commit a crime, your whole family pays. 3 generations, you, your parents, your children, all sent to labor camps for life. So you don't just fear for yourself, you fear for everyone you love. That fear keeps you obedient. Then there's the surveillance, neighborhood watch committees, informants everywhere. Your neighbor, your co-worker, your friend, maybe your family, everyone reports on everyone. Because if you don't report someone, you're guilty too. Trust doesn't exist, only fear. And the cult. Kim Il-sung isn't just dead. He's the eternal president, still officially in power. Kim Jong-il is the eternal general secretary. They're gods. You bow to their statues, wear pins with their faces, cry at their monuments, not because you want to, because everyone is watching. So you can't rebel, can't organize, can't even think about it. The system makes it impossible. But here's the twist. The regime knows it's breaking. They know people are starving. They know the economy is dying. And they don't care. Because they've learned something. You don't need a strong economy to stay in power. You need nukes. That's the real strategy. North Korea's nuclear program isn't defense, it's leverage. Every missile test, the world panics. South Korea, Japan, America, everyone scrambles, offers talks, offers aid, just to calm things down. North Korea takes it. Then tests another missile. It's extortion. And it works, because no one wants war. Seoul is 35 miles from the border, 10 million people, within range of thousands of artillery pieces. North Korea could level it in hours, and now they have nukes, maybe 30, maybe 60, enough to hit Tokyo, Guam, maybe the US mainland, so no one attacks, no one invades. The cost is too high, and North Korea knows it. That's why they'll never give up their nukes. Look what happened to countries that did. Libya, Gaddafi disarmed, gave up his nuclear program. The West promised security, then helped rebels kill him. He died in a ditch. Ukraine gave up the world's 3rd largest nuclear arsenal for security guarantees. Russia invaded anyway, twice. North Korea watched and learned. Nukes are the only guarantee, so they'll never negotiate them away, no matter what we offer. But something's changing. The new generation. They've seen the outside world. Smuggled USB drives with South Korean shows, Chinese smartphones, black market DVDs. They know North Korea is poor. They know the propaganda is lies, and they're angry. But they can't act. Not yet. The control system is too strong. But cracks are forming. Markets spreading, people trading, bribing officials, ignoring state rules. The regime tolerates it, because they have to. The state can't feed everyone anymore. So people feed themselves, and that creates independence. Independence creates ideas. Ideas create change, slowly. But it's happening. So will North Korea collapse? Maybe. Eventually. But not how we think. Not from sanctions, not from pressure, not from isolation. Because isolation is their weapon. The more we cut them off, the more control they have. The only thing that could change North Korea is connection, information, trade, people seeing the outside world and wanting it. But that's exactly what the regime prevents. So we're stuck. North Korea survives because it's designed to survive, not as a country, as a prison, where the guards have nukes, and the prisoners have nowhere to go. North Korea doesn't survive despite isolation. It survives because of it. The regime doesn't want prosperity, they want control. And poverty is control, fear is control, ignorance is control. As long as they have that, they don't need anything else. So the question isn't how North Korea survives. It's whether survival is the same as living. The country exists, but the people, they're just surviving, in a system designed to keep them that way, forever, and the world watches, waiting for collapse. That will never come. Because we're asking the wrong question. We think North Korea is failing. It's not. It's succeeding at exactly what it was designed to do: stay in power, no matter the cost. And the cost is 25 million people living in a prison with no way out. That's how North Korea survives. Not through strength, through cruelty, not through economics, through fear, not through hope, through control. And as long as that control holds, nothing changes. The regime stays, the people suffer, and the world keeps waiting for a collapse that already happened decades ago. We just didn't notice, because the regime is still standing, and in their world, that's all that matters. Not the people, not the economy, not the future, just power. And power doesn't need prosperity, it just needs fear. North Korea has plenty of that. That's why it will never die.